winner of the FIFA Ballon d'Or Prix d'Honneur. You know him as Pelé.
They called him a boy, but the world would soon call him a king. At 17, a man named Pele shattered records.
Right in behind them. Oh, and there was Pele.
Defied expectations, and lifted a nation to World Cup glory. His feet danced like lightning, his vision saw what others could not, and his name became the heartbeat of football itself. This is not just the story of goals and trophies. It's the journey of a kid from the streets of Brazil who became the greatest to ever play the game. Watch till the end because Pele's life holds twists, heartbreaks, and miracles you've never heard before. Born Edson Arantes do Nascimento on October 23, 1940, in the small Brazilian town of Três Coracoes, Pele grew up in a world far removed from the stadiums that would one day roar his name. His father, João Ramos, nicknamed Dondino, was a former footballer whose career never flourished. Pele's mother, Dona Celeste, worked tirelessly to support the family. Life was not easy. Poverty was a constant companion, and Pele's earliest football equipment was nothing more than a rolled-up sock stuffed with rags. As a child, he was called Dico at home, but a mispronunciation during a schoolyard game birthed the nickname Pele. He hated it at first. But destiny had other plans. The name would one day echo across continents. When the family moved to Bauru in São Paulo state, Pele's natural gift for football became impossible to ignore. Playing barefoot in the streets, he displayed a combination of raw skill, speed, and instincts that made him stand out. His life would change forever when Waldemar de Brito, a former Brazilian national player, took him under his wing. De Brito saw greatness in the young boy and convinced his reluctant parents to let him try out for the Santos Football Club. Pele was just 15 years old. In 1956, Pele joined Santos, and it didn't take long for the world to notice. Before his 16th birthday, he scored his first professional goal, and in his first full season, topped the league's scoring charts. His blend of kicking power, pinpoint accuracy, and an uncanny ability to predict an opponent's next move made him almost impossible to defend against. By 1957, at only 16, he made his debut for the Brazilian national team. A year later, in the 1958 FIFA World Cup in Sweden, Pele's legend was born. Initially kept on the bench due to his youth, he made an explosive entrance, hitting the post in his first match and providing an assist. In the semifinals, he stunned France with a hat trick.
Because the '58 World Cup.
And in the final, he scored 2 goals to seal Brazil's 5-2 victory over the hosts. The performance was so dazzling that Pele instantly became a household name worldwide. Offers from European clubs flooded in, but Brazil's president at the time, Jânio Quadros, declared him a national treasure, making it nearly impossible for him to play abroad. Instead, Santos brought the world to Pele, organizing lucrative international tours where crowds filled stadiums just to see him play. Over the next decade, Pele would lead Santos to 9 São Paulo League championships, back-to-back Copa Libertadores titles in 1962 and 1963, and the International Cup. He became known as the Pérola Negra, the Black Pearl, a player whose skill could lift an entire stadium into a single heartbeat of awe. Pele's World Cup journey was a mix of triumph, pain, and sheer resilience. After the magical victory in 1958, he entered the 1962 World Cup in Chile with high expectations, scoring in Brazil's opening match. But a thigh injury in the second game ended his tournament early. Even without their star, Brazil powered through to win a second consecutive title. The 1966 World Cup in England brought darker days. Brutal tackles from defenders, common in an era with less protection for attackers, left Pele injured again. Brazil was knocked out of the group stage, and a disheartened Pele considered never playing in the tournament again. But the king returned. In 1970, in Mexico, Pele led a Brazilian squad widely considered the greatest in football history. Alongside talents like Jairzinho and Rivelino, he dazzled the world, scoring 4 goals in the tournament, including a towering header in the final against Italy. The 4-1 victory secured Brazil's 3rd World Cup title and permanent ownership of the Jules Rimet Trophy. Pele remains the only player in history to win 3 World Cups. By the time his international career ended, he had scored 12 goals in 14 World Cup matches and left behind moments etched in football's collective memory. Overhead kicks, breathtaking passes, and celebrations that became iconic photographs. On November 19, 1969, in his 909th match, Pele scored his 1,000th goal, a moment so significant that it stopped Brazil in its tracks, with celebrations spilling into the streets. By the early 1970s, his tally would rise to an astounding 1,281 goals in 1,363 games. Pele announced his retirement from club football in 1974, but a year later, he was persuaded to join the New York Cosmos in the North American Soccer League on a 3-year, $7 million contract. His arrival sparked a football boom in the United States. Stadiums filled, media coverage soared, and young Americans began dreaming of playing the world's game. His final match came in October of 1977, an exhibition between Santos and the Cosmos. In a symbolic gesture, he played 1 half for each team, leaving the field with tears in his eyes as the crowd chanted his name. Retirement did nothing to dim Pele's global influence. He became a UNICEF ambassador, Brazil's extraordinary minister for sport, and a voice for environmental causes. He received the International Peace Award in 1978, was named Athlete of the Century by L'Equipe in 1980, and shared FIFA's Player of the Century honor with Diego Maradona in 1999. Pele was not just a sportsman. He was an entertainer and a storyteller. He appeared in films, composed music, and published autobiographies. In 2014, the Pele Museum opened in Santos, a permanent tribute to his life and career. His charisma and warmth made him one of the few athletes admired universally, even by rival fans. Pele passed away on December 29, 2022, in Sao Paulo at the age of 82, but his spirit remains stitched into the very fabric of football. To many, he was the standard, an impossible measure for future generations. His artistry, sportsmanship, and ability to unite people across borders made him more than an athlete. He was a cultural icon. He once said, "Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing." Pele lived those words, from the dusty streets of Bauru to the grandest stages in sport. His journey was one of unyielding passion and unmatched brilliance. Today, every cheer for a perfect goal, every gasp at a moment of football magic, carries a trace of Pele's legacy. The boy who became a king and taught the world to dream.